Hey guys, Beast Force here, and welcome back to my Phineas and Ferb breakdowns. As we finally going to do an episode that we've been waiting for decades, and the episode's called Meet Me in St. Louis. This episode confirmed on 2023 by TikTok co-creator of Phineas and Ferb, Dan Provermeyer, on the episode called Meet Me in St. Louis, which is actually a sequel to Meat Chronicles of Meap and Meatless in Seattle. During over a decade, there was a fanfic episode of many in the Phineas and Ferb fandom doing this episode, which I concur, and they had interesting ideas or concept which thought the creators will use for their own ideas to implement that. We also see the return of Meap and Mitch, who've been there in since the Chronicles of Meat Plus in Seattle, as Meap did appear in a lot of cameos in the original run, but Mitch, he only appears like a couple of episodes, including cameos as well, and we're good to see what they do. When Meet Me in St. Louis was announced and it's on Disney Plus when I was about to watch it, I was excited. I was waiting to see what happens in their next journey, completing the trilogy of the episodes of the Chronicles of Meat Plus in Seattle, and Meet Me in St. Louis, which coincidentally I think will be the last of the unless they make another one. And when I watched it, I was thinking, what is this? This is like, oh, this is not, doesn't feel like a Meat and the Mitch episode. As Mitch does do a lot of things like Taurus, but that's not really a threat. As Meat, it's good to see him again, but at least I like some parts here and there. And this was made out of a fourth war of gags after gags after gags. Some jokes land, but some jokes doesn't in this episode, which is odd. And this is actually the weakest out of the 3 episodes of the trilogy. Well, my favorite is Meatless in Seattle, but I haven't broke down this episode yet. But when I get to it, I'll make sure I'll do that. And speaking of season 3, I will be doing the season 3 breakdowns after this episode. I'll let season 5 settle off a bit, as 2 more episodes came out this week, Attack of the Candlesuit and Book Club, and I watched it, and I really liked Book Club. It was a good episode. Attack of the Candlesuit was decent, okay. Not the best, but very good. But overall, it's not bad. And I will be doing season 3 after this episode right there. If this is your first breakdown and you're curious to know how the rating system works, there's a detailed description down below along with my other videos in my playlist if you can check. The long-awaited episode of the Meat trilogy called Meet Me in St. Louis premiered on July the 5th, 2025 on Disney Channel US and Disney XD. Also premiered in June the 6th, 2025 on Disney Plus. And also the last episode of the Meat is called Meatless in Seattle, which was released in April 2012, 13 years later. Also written by none other than Joel Coulter Barry, who also wrote Chronicles of Meat and Meatless in Seattle. In the third installment in the Meat saga, Meat enlists Candace and the kids to help bust his nemesis Mitch before he can steal a long-lost treasure hidden somewhere on Earth.
It's the third installment. Meap.
Meap is still the same as the original run, and he also has a different voice now, and he's voiced by none other than John Stamos, who does a very good job with Meap, even though I do miss the Lozano Lamas who plays Meap, doing the Meap sound.
Meep. 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 I can watch them now. Okay, we're done waiting.
And you can, it is the Chronicles of Meap, Meatless in Seattle, and now it's Meet Me in St. Louis. You can watch it right now if you haven't watched it, but at least the now is like, you can start waiting.
Then we had to write around those shots, incorporating them into a second episode.
And which they did in Meatless in Seattle, and they did a fantastic job of it.
Summer trailer, take a look.
Jerry the platypus?
Herb, aren't those extinct?
And this is a new trailer, the same trailer from Meatless in Seattle, the end credits, but this time it's doing it again. But I think the voice actors has re-recorded the lines there, as we've seen evident with Jeremy.
As a matter of fact, I object to this union.
And the voice actors actually re-recorded the line, apart from Jeremy's voice actor who's been replaced.
The Chronicles of Meap, episode 42.
Meap.
42.
Meap! Susie's stuff's supposed to be in this one.
And you're right, Doofenshmirtz was supposed to be in this one, but it's going to be a Meet Me in St. Louis. And some scenes just doesn't fit.
Shots into an episode. Here goes.
And yes, we actually do get 12 shots that were in the episode filled together, but they don't have to do it. Look at Marvel, for example. They put some scenes in the trailer, but in the movies it doesn't really exist. But overall, it could have been much better for the change, which in my opinion would have done. Looks like we're starting off in space. And there is Meap shit. We've seen that multiple times in the Chronicles of Meat and Meat Plus in Seattle. I really love the design of the shit. Look at the face. It looks like drawn with a mouth there and different type of layers there. Looks very cool. And we get a first screenshot of the previous trailer from Meatless in Seattle, and I didn't have to put in the edit in, they did it for me.
You've been ordered to stand down.
And this is the Alliance commander, who's also known as Meap's wife in the end once we get to that. And her name is Branda, which Meap calls her. And she is voiced by none other than Leslie Jones.
5.
And there's his Meap's space helmet, and it looks so pink, and the blue lens covering it.
Meet me in St. Louis. Demos as Meap.
Man, I really love the detail of the title card. Looks different, and I like it so far. And also, this is the first special of season 5. John Stamos does a good job as Meat, but when he does the Meat theme, not quite as good as Lozano Lamas, who does a fantastic Meat song. And that is the first time we're going to Jeremy's house, which actually sets there as Candace goes there to visit, while Susie, Miss Johnson, Jack Johnson, Vivian, all of them are there.
For a little girl who despises you.
It's good to see Miss Johnson again. I wish we got Jay Lynch, maybe one day.
As a matter of fact, I object to this union.
And this is the second screenshot out of the 12, as some scenes this doesn't fit, but this one does fit.
Her wife is still in her stained glass phase.
I don't want to talk about it.
And that's the first appearance of Vivian Garcia Shapiro and Jack Johnson in the Phineas and Ferb revival, and they're still voiced by the same voice actors from the previous season. Look at Susie's facial expression while she has that thing on her arm. She's just still despised Candace.
The platypus.
I know Swampy Marsha Dan Power did the trailer to make it look hilarious and kind of funny, but this scene right of Jerry the Platypus being invited doesn't fit.
Jerry the platypus?
And we get our fourth screenshot. I'm really liking how they're doing the detail of it, so I don't have to do it myself. Really liking it. Thank you.
This is an intervention. Gonna build a bread bowl hot tub.
Scroll back, paused it, and yet, front face Phineas. The music's playing in the background while Beef is carrying Balji is called 1812/2.
That was trippy. Non-evil things maniacally.
This was still doing evil thing, but in a couple of times in this episode he's doing non-evil thing, which we see, and it focuses on which he will play a huge part with Perry in the Meat episode once again.
Here we go. This doesn't even make any sense.
As Perry turned his flying car into a bit, look how it covers it as VHS tapes appears, which looks so nice.
Aren't those extinct?
I don't really know if the VHS tapes are extinct or not. It just depends on what point of view on what if. Do you think VHS tapes have been extinct? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, in the previous trailer, Phineas actually has a less stripe. But in this episode, Phineas actually has an extra stripe in this trailer. I mean, in this scene.
What are you doing here?
Candace, I've come 16 million light years to find you. We got new translators. That's why I sound like John Stamos.
A shame they couldn't get Lozano Lamas, who is busy right now, but they had to bring John Stamos, which is understandable.
Back with a new convoluted evil scheme, but no one believes me.
The last time we saw Mitch when Candace threw the phone to prevent him from escaping, as he was given a timeout So that means he escaped after the last episode and got his suit back. But how?
Brayden number 3 is dipping his finger into the cake and denying it. If it's so easy, why don't you show me?
Susie still sounds the same as before, but she's still voiced by Kari Walgren, which is nice.
I don't think so, short stuff.
Be careful, Susie. You know Meap can shoot things in his mouth.
Giant matrix-like battle. Mango root toys.
No.
I like how the screenshot comes in, but it pulls out because Candace stops it.
Oh, guess we're not gonna fight. Brayden, you are so busted.
It doesn't show it towards the end of the episode, but it doesn't have to be needed. I think it's best if we just skip it, and they did the right thing. But some of them.
Candace, you are the most focused, determined, busting machine I know.
So, sure, I'm in.
Vent of human minds this side of nebulous nebula.
A Phineas and Ferb, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Man, I really love Candace and Meap's dynamic duo together. They work out so well together since the Chronicles of Meap, and they've been great friendship ever since. Really love them two together when they in action. As Meap press the button, you can see Candace and Meap teleport as they disappear. As like that. That's cool.
Oh, hi, Candace.
We need your help with Big Mitch.
To save the bread bowl hot tub.
And we get our 6th screenshot, and this time it's the Earth, but this time it's a pictures instead of traditionally drawn, which is weird.
Planning to build a vast criminal empire by finding the lost treasure of Zachariah Yor.
Which is hidden in St. Louis, which Mitch is going to find, but we all know he has other plans right now. In the times of Yor, there was an interpret explorer named Zachariah Yor. Young Zachariah was born to Annabeth and Joshua in the outskirts of the small farming settlement of Farmtown. I wish we got to know more, but it's nice to see that we've seen it on the screen.
So where is Mitch anyway?
Tedious shame spiral that is your life.
And Mitch is still voiced by David Mitchell, who's been voicing Mitch since 2009.
Fund Mitch's search for an ancient treasure. A treasure that I believe is right here on Earth.
So that he been scamming people on tour so that he can search for the lost long treasure, which is in St. Louis in Earth. Overall, that doesn't sound like a Mitch threat at all. He can just go there and find out right now. Look at Vilgatz. He was ruthless, but not quite as we've seen it with Mitch so far.
And catch Mitch red-handed trying to steal it.
Tourists have trashed every environment they've gone to.
They really don't respect when everywhere they go, but Phineas and Ferb, they're gonna do something very interesting. Front face Phineas, but this time with his eyes closed again. Oh, look at that front face Phineas. It looks so weird with his mouth open. Oh my word.
Stabby barf pain. Excuse me? Stabby barf pain? Magical 5th season that combines the winter, spring, summer, and fall.
I love the mention of winter again, like Swinter in season 1. And also we did 4 in season 3, Monty Monogram's debut, but we haven't done spring yet, but we're actually gonna get, but it's gonna be a combination with every season so far.
A 5th season beyond all expectation.
Scientists who theorized it. Dr. Sunny Glorious Weather.
Sunny Glorious Weather made Stabby Barf Pain. That name just, wow, that name is made up.
Is bad at naming things. It's theoretical.
It's good to see Balloony. Haven't seen him since This Is Your Backstory. Do whoever's going to do that move once he gets into the ship.
He's back. You remember Baloney, right? And do something else maniacally. Walking maniacally, that ain't happening. You saw. Neither.
Doofus trying to do his brand maniacally, but Perry the Platypus is not impressed. Look at that facial expression.
Where are you going? I could use a non-latex. Please. See it.
Perry the Platypus was like, I have to do this shit again. My gosh. I don't know what this planet is, but it looks nice. Love the texture and the designs there with the colors covering it with patterns. And there is Mitch's ship. Haven't seen that for a while. Similar to Vilgatz, but Vilgatz is bigger. And there are the aliens, including that alien from that dimension when Doof sent he's 16 to that dimension. And there are the other aliens as well. And I recognize the last alien near similar to me. I don't remember which episode, but I do recognize it.
For the galaxy's ultimate vacation destination.
And Mitch is looking for the Zachary Zor treasure, which they're looking around the world, but he is given Taurus, which turns out to be a scam. And this is kind of not of a plan of ideal.
Before these losers see through my ruse, this expedition. Keep scanning!
Snitch on Mitch.
Hey, that rhymes. Snitch on Mitch. Why not? Do I need to say anything at this point about Front Face Phineas?
Attracting anyone out there scanning for vacation destination.
Phineas' first plan is to lure the tourist that Mitch has so that they can distract him so that Meap and Candace can go stop Mitch on his ship.
I just wish I had my ship.
The ride from outer space?
And that is a great callback to the Chronicles of Meap when Phineas and Ferb helped build Meap's ship.
My ship! But it was destroyed!
Cool not to have, but you can have it.
Phineas and Ferb build a ship for themselves, but I like how they're not bitter on that. And like Phineas is so nice to Meap as he lets them have it, which is cool. Screenshot number 7, and not quite, but Ilva was doing this to get out of the way.
Oh, that's the self-destruct button.
Okay, maybe we made 2. I mean, the remote is ambiguous.
Foreshadowing on what's going to happen at the end of the episode with Meap and Candace tricking Mitch to escape.
Yes. Yes, they can.
If you're done staring into the distance.
The song is called Stabby Bath Pain, and it's easily one of my favourite songs in Phineas and Ferb Season 5 so far, and it's done so well. And also there was a video of Dan Poverma showing Allison, Baraka May and Olivia Olsen doing the song for it.
Called Stabby Barf Pain.
Stabby barf pain. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That just happened in front of me.
Okay.
As Baljeet finds the antenna, you get to see it's covered in that aura as the leaves start to fall off a little. As Isabel fired away, you get to see it's covered in that green aura as it shoots flowers of it with Stabby Bath Pain playing the song. That looks so cool. Sorry for the spoiler alert, everyone. If you want to skip it, I'll put the time in the frame. But in this episode, it was shown by Evian in the latest episode, The Book Flop. I like how they combine all the seasons to shoot so they can make winter, spring, summer and fall. I love how they put all the detail to Stabby Bath Pain, even though this episode is so underwhelming. The 8th screenshot from the trailer of Baljeet riding on the thing on the river, which is cool. And there's that area right there. We haven't seen it since License to Bust. How could you wear a swimsuit like that in the weather like this? That's gonna make your body cold. Really loving this design of the galaxy of the colors there in the whole universe of Phineas and Ferb in space.
Intercepted a signal from Earth.
This is so uncanny. Mitch's robots don't talk in the previous 2, but in this episode they do. Reminds me of Vilgax's robots. They talk as well.
Destination, set a course for this Earth.
He's bitch, but some people call him Big Bitch.
What? The ultimate vacation destination!
And yes, they have been scammed by Mitch. Not surprising at all.
Stabby Barf Pain.
Stabby barf pain?
Those insufferable ingrates.
We can still hear you.
In Mitch's first plan, he captures creatures and imprisons them, and he also wants to defeat Meap, which he did it. And in the second part, he trying to find a Kutoran to make him the cutest creature, but his plan failed. But all of them at least has a motivation of own ideas, but this looks very ridiculous so far. And there's Brittany, haven't seen her for a while.
That's refreshing.
Suddenly there's a fifth.
Doofus first mentioned the 5th season. That has to be a meta joke of Phineas and Ferb of the creators putting it.
I made a dinner date with the jaws of life.
And that is the second time Norm speaks in Phineas and Ferb Revival. The first one was it when Tropey met Tropeface, and this is the second time. The last time we were in the library was in the Dunkelberry Imperative in season 3, but the last one we saw it outside was in Dude, we're getting the band back together. Was it the iconic music Ain't Got Rhythm? It is the same, but look how detailed the season 5 revival of the backgrounds of the library, and season 4 looks texture colored, but it's the same, but it looks more detailed there, and they did a fantastic job with it.
Meap, we must hurry before the Alliance finds me.
Missouri, sometime around 1933.
St. Louis created a monument to Western expansion in America.
And that is true, and that is called the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, which was around late 1933.
Candace, that's it!
Phineas and Ferb using real-life image of Earth, but in this sequence, this is traditional drawn Earth. It's a bit inconsistency.
Our obnoxious tourists down there, Colin Jr. can head up the landing park.
And he's still calling the balloon Colin, even though he hasn't had Balloony anymore.
It happened again.
I'm just a guy who's a sucker tit.
The man in the front wearing the same shirt as the bus looks kinda different at the back as it's covering more shadow.
Freeze that image! It's Colin!
And he still misses Colin as it was floating along in space as Mitch found it. But that's not your balloon, that's Doofenshmirtz.
That's worth staring at, I guess.
Poor Doofenshmirtz, he has to go through with that again.
Why were we taking the bus?
The busing should have just been cut like there, just like the Marvel trailers, but it could have been done earlier, it would have been better.
That's right, the trailer thing.
They're breaking the 4-4 after 4-4 in this episode, which not in the right way.
It's pillaging weather, baby!
And there's that same alien that was in Venezuela Roughness.
As alien tourists trash Danville.
Nice to see Dink Wilkerson again, and he's wearing he's using that umbrella this time. And we all know that he was in jail in Trophy Mac Trophies, but he got out. Do I need to say anything about this at this point?
Remember, it's the other button.
And the best part about this is, this comes in good and handy.
Intruder, identify yourself.
Come on, hurry!
Nice work, Candace.
That's busting 101.
I just really love the dynamic duo between Candace and Meap. They work so well. That's the only positive I can say about this episode.
Or maybe I don't.
Old nemesis Meap. And, what are you?
Girl who brought you down twice already.
I'm glad Candace recalled that, and she did, the Chronicles of Meap, but it was Meap who defeated Mitch and took his mustache. In the second one, Isabella used her cuteness to defeat Mitch before Candace used her phone to prevent Mitch from escaping.
Owner who has already paid his debt to society.
My fuzzy white butt.
You don't fool us. Zachariah, yours on this.
I don't blame Mitch for covering Candace's mouth, but this happens in every cartoon animation where main characters reveal the plan and villain takes advantage of it.
Half pain? What are the odds?
We're gonna get to St. Louis before.
Candace, man, keep your mouth shut. You're just giving information to your enemy.
Okay, Perry the Platypus.
I never thought they would design this, but robot versions of Perry the Platypus and Doofenshmirtz look so cool. I wish we had the version of Candace and Meap. And look at all the mess they're causing in Stabby Bar Pain.
You've been partying hard on the ultimate vacation.
The song is called Do the Tidy Up, which Phineas and Isabella do in the singing voice to make sure that the aliens or the creatures tidy up. Wow, did Phineas Flynn actually said that on purpose? I'm going to tell your mother. Nice to see all the trash, all the rubbish being cleaned up. And there's Vivian. And that's for the first time in the revival, Ferb sings it with a different voice. This song is very catchy and underrated, and I like it. I know Candace and Meat gets a lot of praise in this episode, but Isabella, Alison Stoner is really killing it with her singing with Stabby Barthing and in this song.
Cleaning is fun! Okay, now you ruined it.
The only problem is we got a lack of Finabella in this episode. In The previous two, it focused on Isabella's cuteness, which Phineas is unaware. Same thing with the second episode, even though they have their moments. But the only thing is they did a duet, but you don't need it, but in this grand scheme of things, you do need it. But a lack of this is just jarring to me. And there's the art that Candace was talking about earlier with Meap in the library. Mitch's plans to find the treasure, use it money to create an army to destroy the Alliance, which trying to catch Meap. But doesn't feel like a plan at all. I'm sorry. I know people will disagree with it. How is that a real plan? It could be something powerful inside or something creative, but not at all. The woman who wearing a blue t-shirt, there she is. Why is she doing in St. Louis? This makes no sense. Lost treasure of Zachariah Raw has been found. Thanks to you, Candace. Why do you have to tell him that? And there is the Commander Alliance coming in.
The St. Louis info at just the right time.
So that Candace actually leaks the St. Louis info on purpose so that the Commander Alliance goes to find them, which they did.
You are so busted.
Lost treasure of yours.
You fell for the oldest trick in the book.
And that won't be the last time in this episode.
Come on, Candace. He's getting away.
Baloney! I came to rescue you!
What a coincidence. As soon as Candace and Meat leaves, Doofusmas and Perry comes into the scene.
Never mind, I'm on it.
Balloony dodges the robot with ease, and also he's traditional drawn in the first time in this season, as it was actually used in the real life picture, but this time he's traditional draw, and Balloony kicks ass once again, as we saw in Meat Plus in Seattle.
Gotta get to that button!
It's a go, people.
Hey, the flash, boss!
And Doofer does the maniacal way, and it works. It happens in earlier, and we get to see it why. Keeps kicking ass.
In retrospect, I should have pressed that first.
Even Doofer admits he should have pressed that first, but the robot stopped you anyway, so it's nice to see that. And he also saved Meat and Candy from being blown up as well from that ship.
Holy shit.
Get away from him, you Mitch!
And that is a great callback to, was it when Candace meets Mitch for the first time.
Get away from him, Mitch!
I also forgot to mention that's a reference to Aliens.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Some huge atomic neuralizer at me or something.
Hey,
I'll take that.
no, kid. What? He'll be going so fast we'll never be able to catch him.
Look how Meat pretending to be desperate of Mitch escaping, but he doesn't realize it yet.
Well, that worked.
And they did it by using reverse psychology. And the way Mitch is defeated is so underwhelming. The way he's defeated in the first episode, was it when Meat beats him? And the second time, was it Isabella overpowers him with her cuteness? Those were very well done. That's how a villain should be defeated. But this is the most underwhelming way to be defeated. And this is not good.
Say it together. Busted!
Actually tied behind my back.
Even though she has her hands tied behind her back, she looks such a badass. Look at this shot.
Platypus, I got maniacal fighting skills now.
And in the next episode, we don't get to see it, as the next episode was the slumber party and Baba Doofenshmirtz, but we don't get to see it much.
In St. Louis? When did that happen?
Meep!
And this is the 10th screenshot from the previous tier we've seen of Meat. Looks like that.
You know what? It's not as much fun anymore. It just feels like work.
Although actual evidence really helped.
It's Candace Flynn. It was her plan.
Nice to see Candace getting all the praise by Meat, and his name is cleared thanks to her. Candace is the real MVP this episode. Look at the way Candace's hands move into the position there. It moves quickly, which is odd.
Official agent of the Alliance.
Thank you, Chief.
It's nice to see Candace getting respected. This is the only part I can appreciate in this episode. Other than that, the many of them were just underwhelming. But this, I can appreciate that.
coming home tonight, baby?
Oh, I don't know, honey. 6, 7-ish.
Okay.
The Alliance commander is Meap's wife. How revealing is that? Nice.
Tonight.
Oh, so that's your wife.
Across the galaxy like my Brenda.
And we have a name, so the Commander Alliance is, Branda.
No, it's all yours.
And I was just about to call Mom.
And that's another episode where Phineas and Ferb's adventure's been taken away by someone else other than Doofenshmirtz.
Candace.
Maybe some good has come out of my busting obsession.
It's a justice obsession. May all your dreams start coming true.
I'm gonna miss Meap, but hopefully this isn't the last time. And I really hope we get to see Candace and Meap again. I really love their dynamic duo together.
We're not doing a trailer for the next one?
Not intend to make.
I really hope they do more of the Chronicles with Meap, but my heart feels like this is actually the trilogy complete. But hopefully we get to see Meap in cameo.
Wait, wasn't that Susie stuff supposed to be in this one?
And the 12 shots in this episode has been completed. Some of them just don't fit, like some of them, but many of them does. But overall, it's just,
All right, I guess that's a victory.
And we don't get an end credits trailer. So that's it. That's the end of the Meap trilogy. Unless they do a fourth one, but looks like it's unlikely at this moment in time. They're just trying to get out of the way so they could do other stuff in the revival. Even this episode may not be the best, you can't deny Stabby Bar Pain is good. Great stuff. And that is it. That is the Meap trilogy altogether from season 2 to season 3 to season 5. And if this is the end, it ends in the most underwhelming way as possible as it is. Alright, enough chatting. Time to get into the ratings. Even though the plot may be the weakest point, but who am I kidding? It's gonna get a 1. I know some people say in decades they want a third trilogy of the Chronicles of Meap, and it happens in the most underwhelming way it happens. It starts off strong with Candace in Susie's party, while Meap needs her to stop Mitch, who has been tourism around the galaxy. Phineas and Ferb created an invention called Stabby Barping as Isabella and the gang sing the song as it causes a distraction of Mitch tourists that he'd been doing around the galaxy to go there, as Phineas and Ferb do the tidy up song as the aliens found out that it wasn't as fun as it used to. And the episode's goal is about Mitch finding the Zachary Raw in Meet Me in St. Louis, and we all know he collects that just to be stopped by the Commander Alliance, and is stopped by the most underwhelming way it happened, by exploded by Meap's rocket ship to space, or the flying field or wherever, and he landed just like that. That was so disappointing. The way he got defeated in the first episode by Meap, and then was it Isabella using the cuteness? That was an interesting way, but this was the most underwhelming way for Mitch to be defeated. And it overall works for the comedy in other episodes, but it doesn't work here. We're talking about a trilogy here. As Doofenshmirtz Perry, they have to be there at that point in the plot, and Balloony was kidnapped by Mitch, but overall they go on about. It's like, what is the point of this part of this episode? They could have cut some of the screenshots, like Marvel, for example. There were scenes that in the trailer that was supposed to be in it, but it turned out it wasn't, which was a lie. They could have done it, but overall, it has to be in the plot, which makes no sense to me. Characterization, it will get a 3. I know everyone is consistent in this episode, but it's not much in there in this episode. This is supposed to be the first episode of the revival of Phineas and Ferb special, and this is the episode, but overall it's a bit generic from everyone. The only thing it goes up to 3 is because the dynamic duo between Candace and Meap, and they work each other to take down Mitch as they succeeded. And what makes them work for each other since they've grown from the first episode is the bonding between the two. And they know how to communicate, they know how to fight with each other, and they do it very well. And nice to see that. It's also nice to see the Commander Alliance, even though we found out it was Meat's wife in the end, tried to hunt him down. But We found out it was a misunderstanding overall, which leads to what it is by Mitch, which causing it. And Mitch too, he has the same personality in 2 episodes as David Mitchell has done a very good job, just like John Stamos as Meap. But overall, when it comes to Mitch's motivation in this episode, it doesn't pay much in other episodes. It's the Tony where he got, or capturing prisoners. That's a threat, but that's not really much it. But overall, Mitch is just like that as always. Doofus Perry just the same. It's nice to see them there, even though it doesn't quite fit, but that's what it is. Phineas and the gang did alright, even though there was a lack of Phineas and Isabella. In every Chronicles of Meat trilogy, in the first one, Isabella was aware of her cuteness to Phineas, but Phineas doesn't acknowledge it. And the second of Meatless in Seattle, where we have a Finabella moment, Phineas carrying Isabella from Mitch robots who were attacking them. But not in this episode, which is disappointing. I know some people say you don't need it for the episode, but you do, in the grand scheme of things, you do need it, and it's built in the most underwhelming way. They did send the duo, but that's not enough. We need a Finabella scene right here, but we don't get it, which is disappointing. The visuals will get a 4. I changed my mind, I'll give it a 5. Even if this episode is so underwhelming, you get to see the Commander Alliance's design of the ship, Stabby Barpain do the tidy up, the aliens design, Mitch again, meet Mitch's ship. A lot of things that is happening in this episode, including the St. Louis art. It's designed very well, and the visuals is the strong part of this episode. Importance, it's a 5. I know many people don't care about the Chronicles of Meat, but I do. But in the grand scheme of things, it is really important for the show's lore of Phineas and Ferb. But even if it's underwhelming, it's still very important to keep your interest for what's happening, and it links between the 3 trilogies of Chronicles of Meat, Meat Plus in Seattle, and Meet Me in St. Louis, which actually connects it, and it finishes off right there. Entertainment will get a 4. There are a lot of scenes that will keep your eyes open, like Stabby Barpain, the Mitch and Taurus, Candice and Meep's dynamic duo, Doofenshmirtz with Perry the Platypus with Balloony. There's a lot of great things, but it's not quite what it seems in the previous Meep episodes. And the final score is 18 out of 25. And the most surprising thing about this score is Out of Character actually got a high score in this episode, but these are my choices and you don't have to agree with them if you want to. And the worst part about this is there are 11-minute episodes that are better. Deconstructing Doof, Agent 14, and plenty many episodes, even though there's some are generic. But this is what shocked me, and it is the most underwhelming way. Is it bad? No. Is it great? No. It's decent, but there's still a lot of things to done, and this is another exception of. This is another one of those Phineas and Ferb special of plot versus execution, and the execution hasn't done very well, and it's one of the most underwhelming specials, along with Where's Perry Part 2, and also At Your Age if you want to go there. Even Meet Me in St. Louis, a fanfic from a couple decades ago or before this episode came out, did a better job with it. I recommend you read them because it's much more interesting than this. And let's move on to the final thoughts. In the final thoughts, we have so much to discuss about it. Let's go. The writer of Chronicles of Meat trilogy, John Cotter, put this tweet out, pushing the boundary for new direction, but it didn't fall in line with what Dan wanted. But the fans got to see it, which is nice, but it was pretty underwhelming as we saw it. But I would have loved to see a different version of Meat Plus in St. Louis. That would have been epic. Near the end of the episode, Meat talks to Candice about justice obsession.
It's a justice obsession, and the day that you realize that, well, that just might be the day all your dreams start coming true.
Which foreshadow of Candice going to law school in At Your Age as we see it. While Candice confronts Mitch, you can hear the theme of Candice against the universe.
Save the world!
Yeah, that's what I'm touching.
Well, in the end of the episode, the Commander Alliance announced themselves as Our World Commando Alliance.
An unofficial agent of the Alliance.
which makes it ironic, which is the Saint Alchemist of organization without a core alchemist, Alka. Well, I'm going to start season 3 sooner than later. I know that more season 5 will be just around the corner, and there will be 8 episodes towards July to early August, as we could get a special episode, maybe a Christmas episode or a Halloween episode. Who knows? I did 2 polls in the previous breakdown. The first one is, which is your favorite out of the 4 episodes of Phineas and Ferb? And 11 votes voted for Cloudy of the Chancellor, which is not surprising, but it felt like a serious finale, but it felt like a good start towards the show. And what are your thoughts on Phineas and Ferb, the revival of season 5 so far? Many of them said great, and the vote coming at 88%. That shows you how much the show has been linear towards Phineas and Ferb season 5 so far compared to the original series, giving other characters time to shine, new gimmicks and new jokes, which land in many episodes of the revival so far. I'm gonna do another poll, but this time it will be about Meet Me in St. Louis. What are your thoughts on it? Was it great of a conclusion of Meap episode? Was it decent and it could have been done better? Or would you say no, it should have been done something else? Or terrible, this episode should have made? Let me know in the community tab when it goes live, and until then, I hope you have a fantastic day. As always, see ya.